You're watching the USA Network.
I'll never forget the Christmas party here. It was just beautiful. And to think my own wedding reception is going to be here.
Well, that was our first Christmas here, and this will be our first wedding party.
I can't tell you how grateful I am.
Well, don't even try. Come on, let's sit down and get down to some practical details.
Okay, but first, I want to say something else. Something that isn't very easy to talk about. I was really surprised when you offered your place for the reception because, well, for a while I felt that you didn't like me very much.
Oh, dear, I'm so sorry if I gave you that impression.
Oh, no, that's all right. I mean, I gave you very good reason. The things you must have heard about me. I mean, the ways I behaved, you know, stealing bracelets and ordering lunches without paying for
Yes,
them.
but that's all in the past now.
Well, I want to really be honest with you. I didn't like you even before I met you. I'm sorry, that's an awful thing to say, but, well, how could I possibly like any woman who took up so much of Miles Cavanaugh's time? Because you see, from the moment he told me the truth about myself, about my future, he became the most important person in my life.
Yes, I know that.
I also hope that you know that I was never in love with your husband, and I wasn't trying to take him away from you. I don't know, it was some kind of a crazy desperation.
What are you feeling now?
I feel that for the rest of my life, whether it's for 3 days or 3 months, I am going to love Derek Mallory as much as I can.
Thanks for seeing me without an appointment.
Well, it's all right. You caught me at a good time between patients. Or are you here as a patient yourself?
No, I'm all right.
You sure? I've seen you look better.
Must be the customary bridegroom jitters. No cure for that, is there?
Just the ceremony itself, usually.
That's why I came here to see you. I wanted to ask you a question about my bride-to-be.
What about her?
You're her doctor. Maybe you can tell me. Is Jinx about to die?
Where did you get an idea like that, Derek? Did Jinx say something to you?
She didn't say anything.
Well, now, look, you must have some reason for even thinking such a thing.
It just came to me. Look, I tried to get her to talk to me about that illness that brought her here to your office the first time.
Yes, and what'd she say?
She said it was a temporary case of hypertension or something like that I shouldn't worry about it.
Well, then why don't you just take her word for it? Damn it, why are you being so mysterious? Are you telling me you've been to a fortune teller or something?
I suppose you could say a fortune teller came to me.
Oh. So it was someone. Who?
What difference does it make? What matters to me is how much of it is true. What's the matter with Jinx? Miles, I got a right to know. We're gonna get married in a week or so. I'm gonna be living with her.
Derek, look, I'm your good friend. And I'm also your colleague. Not much I wouldn't do for you if you just asked.
Well, I'm asking.
But there are certain questions I can't answer. I can't reveal medical facts about a patient.
Now they didn't come here to hear the Hippocratic oath.
Well, I'm sorry. That's the way it is.
How many times have you stood in my office and given me facts about dozens and dozens of people?
Come on, that's much different. That's police business. We're not dealing with any criminal here.
This is my life. I know you're hiding something from me.
Look, any more information, you're just going to have to get from her.
She won't tell me. She gets hysterical when I mention it. That tells me as much as anything would. Miles, if you can't tell me, then just let me see the file.
That's impossible.
Not impossible. It's right there. It's under A for Avery.
Let's just stop this.
As you get more and morbid, it's under T for
Come on now,
terminal.
cut it out. It's getting stupid now.
You call yourself my friend and keep this from me. Come on. It's right here.
I'm telling you, you can't.
It's true, isn't it? You can't even deny it. I know it's true then. Oh, for God's sake, I was hoping you could deny it. She's gonna die, isn't she?
It's my fault, isn't it, Val? I mean, I'm the one who made you unhappy.
Oh, Kelly, don't be foolish. I'm not unhappy, I'm angry. I was very, very stupid, and you were right all along. You seemed to sense right from the very beginning that Jim was a phony.
No, you give me too much credit there, Val. I didn't know at first that Jim was a phony, but I was hoping that he was a liar.
Just the way I was hoping he was genuine.
Because you liked him?
Because nobody likes being made a fool of, Kelly. You should be congratulating yourself. Even though I opposed it, you went and acted on your idea about seeing my stepmother, and you proved you were right. I could have done that, too.
No. No, you didn't want to see Beth Bryson, just like you didn't want to hear that Jim Dietrichson was a phony. And you know something else? Instead of patting myself on the back, I should be kicking myself around the corner.
Why?
Because I don't think you like me any better now than you did before.
Well, I certainly like Jim a lot less. Kelly, I told him I never wanted to see him again. And that also means that I am dropping out of the acting company, of course. However, I don't think you should. You're really talented, Kelly. You should be a part of what they're doing there.
No. If you're not going to be a part of it, then neither am I.
That's going to make me feel worse. No matter what Jim is or isn't, he's a good acting teacher. You could benefit from going there.
Yeah, but, I mean, come on. It was just a hobby, wasn't it? I mean, I have a career to think about, a future. And who knows? Someday soon, I just might want to settle down.
Let's get something to eat, okay?
I was a damn fool, Heck. I could have told her weeks ago. I should have told her weeks ago. But no, I had to wait for Kelly McGrath to do it for me. Now she'll never know that I was ready to tell her myself.
He who hesitates is lost, kid.
Yeah, well, I lost. Damn it, I'm sure if I just explained it right, she would have forgiven me. If I just should have told her that why I did it.
Oh, you think so, huh?
It was a joke, Heck. It wasn't my joke, it was her joke. I didn't tell her to fall in love with somebody with my name and my background. After I came here, the joke continued. I couldn't let it go. I would have lost her.
Yeah, well, you did lose her, so forget it. Move on. There are other chicks in this world.
No.
Did I hear you right? I did. Jimmy, baby, is in love. It's the real thing, just like in the movies. Oh, tell me what it's like, kid. Wait a minute, let me get some background music going here. There were bells on the hill.
I never
but
knew what it was
never-
like until I met Val. This whole thing, it's been a fantasy. It's been a dream. These lights, this place, you, me. Maybe we ought to just wake up. I mean, really, wake up.
What? Wake up, I don't get it.
I'm closing the studio, Heck.
You know, soft cleansers are a great idea, except for one thing. They don't clean that well.
Introducing one that does. Now there's a new soft cleanser with cleaning power that's amazing. New Mr. Clean Soft Cleanser with an active formula that actually cuts through grease and grime on contact. So new Mr. Clean cleans better.
He safely cleans with lots of muscle and lets the shine come through.
You're quite a man.
The better cleaning soft cleanser. New from Mr. Clean.
Oh, musty odors. We need Arm & Hammer Maximum Strength Carpet Deodorizer. More odor-destroying ingredient than these combined. And while those sit on top, Arm & Hammer Carpet Deodorizer penetrates, destroys deep-down odors.
The whole room's fresh.
They work better, cost less.
You put the Arm & Hammer baking soda in the freezer.
It's not a mistake, Harry. One box to absorb freezer odors and a fresh box to absorb refrigerator odors.
Freshen the fridge and freezer with Arm & Hammer Pure Baking Soda.
Why did Burt Reynolds punch the director of his new movie? Inquiring minds want to know.
I want to know.
Why is Wayne Newton furious over Julio Iglesias' latest romance? This week's National Enquirer tells you. How can fantasies improve your life? What secrets about Jane Fonda are revealed in her ex-husband's book?
It's in the Enquirer.
How can you talk your way out of sticky situations? Find out in the Enquirer. Over 100 features for people with inquiring minds.
Like me.
I oiled the squeak.
Oh, looks like you also oiled your shirt, too. Come on, Miss Mechanic.
You can use ALL.
ALL can fix all kinds of stains.
How's it work?
All goes straight to the stain to lift it away and get everything clean.
It's all clean. Another squeak. I'll fix it.
Lift stains away with concentrated ALL.
Oh, man, you can't do that. You can't shut us down now.
Why not?
Well, for a lot of reasons. Number one, I just put 10 hours of electrical work into this place, and you want to shut out the lights?
Yeah, you also upped our electrical bill 50%, genius.
Well, what about the other guys? What about Mitzi and Cliff and Kelly and Val and Jody?
Val's out of the studio, I told you that.
Well, what about Smiley? My brother is really counting on this thing working. Who knows what that crazy guy will do if it doesn't?
Okay. Okay, you guys can run it. Here, I'll give you guys the lease. I'll give you the electrical bill. I'll let you have it all.
Oh, what's gotten into you? You're acting like a spoiled brat. We can't do anything without you. You know that. You're the producer, Jimmy. You make things go. Now think about what you're doing. We finally get something going, and you want to bust it up over some blonde.
Bust what up? Well, we've got a rundown rehearsal studio. We got nothing. Bunch of hopeful actors. So what?
We got more than that. We got a play and somebody to direct it. Gavin Wiley's going to join the group. He's free. No trial, no prison.
Oh, yeah? Oh, I'm glad for him.
And that play Cliff found, it's good, Jimmy. It's damn good. You said so yourself.
I said it was good with a lot of work.
Well, I guess we're just going to have to do the work. Look, you know how hard it is to find a good original property.
It's hard to get money to put on a good original property, something we haven't got.
Well, don't worry about that. We'll get that, too.
Yeah. Well, don't tell me about Buffy Revere. She's not going to give us any money. She's just interested in Johnny.
The suit meets with your approval, Mr. Gentry?
Yeah, the suit's fine. I just can't tie this damn tie.
Frankly, sir, I was gratified to find that you could manage your shoelaces. Let me help you with it, sir.
Oh, you look smashing, darling. The Van Deerings are going to adore you. In fact, I can't wait to see the look on Lila Van Deering's face.
Mrs.
when
Revere.
you meet.
Buffy, I'm afraid I'm a little nervous tonight. I don't know how to act in front of these society people.
Yes, that's true. You're not nearly vulgar enough. However, we'll do the best we can. Try not to use big words.
Huh?
That's more or less how it's done, sir. Is it satisfactory?
Yeah, that's fine. Thanks.
I think the shoulders are a little tight, Gregory. Do you?
Oh, they'll survive the evening, madam, so long as Mr. Gentry doesn't engage in calisthenics. You do recall that football
Never
player.
mind, Gregory. Listen, darling. In case the Van Deerings should inquire as to whether or not you are going to accompany me to Palm Springs in a couple of weeks, the answer is no. You're not.
I'm not?
No, darling, you have business here. You understand?
So you're going to leave me and go to Palm Springs, huh?
Yes. For a month. It's the season. I go every year.
And what about me?
You wait. Patiently. Try not to get into trouble. Just wait for your Buffy to come home.
And what if I don't?
Oh, dear. Well, that's a very good question, isn't it, Gregory?
Indeed, madam. Perhaps it would be more convenient if the young gentleman were to remain here.
In the penthouse?
Would that make the waiting more palatable, darling?
You bet it would.
I thought you were camping out at the Malones.
Yeah, you got a blanket?
Miss Malone didn't give you one?
Well, her blankets don't have that nice smell.
Only Downy rinses in that pure, clean April fresh smell while it gets you washed deep down soft.
That's more like it. And it's soft.
Sure, Downy.
You take this one. I don't blame you.
The soft April freshness of Downy.
Crisco Oil's light taste brings remarkable lightness to baking.
Remarkably light, ooh, delightfully light. Ah, moist flavor bakes up light. Crisco Oil's light taste sets the flavor free.
Today's Crisco Oil is remarkably clear, remarkably light, but it's really Crisco's light taste that lets all the delicate flavor come through, with no oily taste and no cholesterol.
Deliciously, Crisco Oil's light taste sets the flavor free.
The greatest sports entertainment spectacular of all time. It's WrestleMania 2, Monday night, April 7th. The Steel Cage match.
Hi, Sid.
Oh, hi there, kids. How you doing?
Great. Terrific.
Wonderful. Marvelous. Lousy, huh? Well, if it's anything that Sid's chili can cure, you're in luck. It's the luncheon special. Val and Kelly just had it, and they said it was great.
I just saw him outside. Didn't look too happy about it.
Everybody seems so depressed today. I wonder if there's an epidemic.
Well, what is it?
Sid, Cliff has this wonderful play. He really does. Except we don't have any money, and we don't have a theater, and we don't have a single good idea how to get either one of them.
I told you I have some ideas that I'm working
What's
on.
the play about, Cliff?
Oh, it's this terrific courtroom spectacle. It's an old-fashioned melodrama.
Ooh, I like that kind of stuff. I like moving movies and old-fashioned melodramas.
See, Sid, it's about this young guy who stabs this other young guy, kills him. Okay, now this guy doesn't have a chance of getting off, or so you think. But this guy has this terrific father. I mean, this great old man who is not going to let his kid hang for anything.
So the father hires a smart lawyer. I mean, this lawyer is brilliant.
Let me guess who's going to be playing him.
Well, but this lawyer's also ruthless. He'll do anything to win the case. So he finds this blood test.
The ending is really gory. I don't like
It's
it.
not gory. You need a big ending in a play.
Listen. If it's that good, why don't you sell it to somebody who could produce
Oh,
it?
see, but we want to do it. You see, our own acting company. And it wouldn't cost that much. I mean, a lot of us would work for practically nothing just to get it on stage.
But we have to pay for the sets, and we need a jail cell, and we need a courtroom, and we gotta pay for the theater, which I think is gonna be very expensive. But if we could get this money, Sid, I know this play would pay back.
I'll bet it would. How much money would you need to get started?
We would have to rent the theater for 3 months in advance, and we'd have to put down a big deposit for the sets. $30,000.
Well, I don't know where I could get you that kind of money, but would $10,000 help out here?
$10,000 would be great. We could get started, but who are we gonna find to give us $10,000? You? I mean, no, you! Sid, you were talking about you.
Yeah, well, the truth is that no good ex-husband of mine just died about 6 months ago.
Gosh, I'm sorry.
Don't shed any tears about it, honey. I married him when I was 19, and he ran out on me before my 20th birthday.
Well, what happened to him?
Well, I heard that he got drunk, as usual, got in his car, smashed it up, and, well, you know what they say about drinking and driving. But it seems that somebody sold him an insurance policy. And I just got a check for $10,000. Now, I've been thinking about investing the money, and, well, I've always had a yen for the theater.
That's terrific, Sid. You can be our angel.
Oh, my God.
No, it's true. I had what they called a terminal illness, but I survived it. I had to go through an awful lot. I went through a bone marrow transplant. Oh, I really don't want to even think about it now.
Well, then don't, please.
No, really, Jinx, the point is that I am cured. That miracle did happen.
Look, I know what you're trying to say. And I have to admit that a part of me clings to that hope. I hope that something happens, that something is discovered. I think that all of us can't get along in life without hope, no matter how slight.
Yes, I believe that very strongly.
But you know, that helps explain why Miles is the way he is about me. I mean, he cares so much, more than any doctor should. But maybe it's because of you, because through me, he's reliving what he went through with you.
Well, that may be some of it, but Miles is an exceptionally compassionate man. That's one of the reasons I love him so much.
Yes, I can see you do.
And he hasn't given up on you, and you shouldn't either.
Well, look, I said I have some hope, but I don't want to deceive myself either. With you, there was a known cure, and with me, there's nothing. So I just have to live each day as it comes.
Yes, and one of those days very soon is going to be your wedding day.
Yes.
Well, how are plans for the reception coming?
Miles, honey, I didn't know you were coming home for lunch.
Oh, don't worry about that. I had something to eat at my desk. I just came by to see how you were doing.
What's the matter, honey? Is something wrong?
Yes, we've got to talk. But it has to wait until Jinx leaves.
Therapeutic is one of the world's largest mattress manufacturers, but you may never have heard of us because we've concentrated on building a better mattress, not on advertising. Therapeutic Medicoil is the only mattress with our patented triple-edge anti-sag border that gives more support, prevents border breakdown. Therapeutic is the only mattress with patented permagrip non-rip handles, not just attached to the cover, but locked into steel. And there's more. Let a Therapeutic dealer show you why it's time you got to know us.
Oh, your 5-alarm chili, it's hot stuff.
Yeah, but how do we get rid of the grease? With a hose?
Looky, we use Dawn. Dawn scatters grease, clears it away like a house of fire, helps keep it away.
Aha! Look what I found in your boot.
Wash that? After all those greasy dishes?
Yep.
Looks as clean as the first.
You're learning, rookie.
And my hands don't feel greasy. So, what's on the menu for tomorrow night?
An old family recipe. Swedish meatball.
And Dawn takes grease out of your way.
The coast is clear. Nobody's here. Just you and me. Snuggle fabric softener. Snuggly softness that's really less expensive. Come on, sink into the fluffiest blankets. Wrap yourself in the snuggliest robes. Wave goodbye to scattered cling. And get everything, cuddle up fresh. You can do it, just use me.
Snuggle fabric softener. Snuggly softness that's really less expensive.
Can you help oily skin? I wash and the oil's back. Any hope for a grease pot?
More than hope.
Diane Belago, skincare consultant.
Here's Camet's oily skin formula. The only leading beauty bar with cosmetic clay to absorb oil and help control shine for hours. Look, fresh, beautiful skin, hour after hour. Normal, dry, or oily. Camet is personalized care for beautiful skin.
Well, it's just wonderful of both of you to do this for us, but I don't want you to spend a fortune on food and drink.
Well, now, it's our party, so don't you worry about that. Isn't that right, honey?
Yes, that's right.
And you don't have to worry about the guest list. That's not very long. I think there are about a dozen people. Of course, there'll be one more if my father accepts.
Oh, really? Have you written to him?
Yes, I've written him 2 letters and torn up both of them. I don't think I can write that man one single sentence without double meanings.
Well, it's getting pretty late. You better do something. Why don't you send him a telegram?
Well, I'll do something about it this afternoon.
Well, I think it would be so wonderful if he came. He could give you away.
Well, he gave me away a long time ago. Well, look, on that domestic note, I think I'll leave.
Well, now, Jinx, I don't want you to worry about a thing. With Nancy taking care of the chapel arrangements and me doing this wedding reception, all you're going to have to do is make yourself look beautiful.
Well, I wish it were that simple. I've got about 10,000 things to do. But I want to thank you both again.
Oh, you're welcome. We'll see you before the wedding, I hope.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Bye. Now, what's wrong?
Derek knows.
What?
He knows about Jinx. He knows that she's dying.
Oh, my God. Oh, Miles, how awful.
Well, no, that's strange.
What is?
You haven't asked me how he knows.
Oh, well, I was going to. I mean, how did he find out?
I don't know myself. He came into my office, asked me point blank if Jinx had a terminal illness. I couldn't say anything to him.
Oh, my God.
Jinx didn't tell him. I didn't either, Nicole.
Which leaves me.
Does it?
Oh, God. Yes, it's my fault. It's all my fault. Oh, how awful.
Well, now that's strange.
What is?
You haven't asked me how he knows.
Oh, well, I was going to. How did he find out?
I don't know myself. He just came into my office, point blank, asked me if she had a terminal illness. I refused to answer. That was corroboration enough.
Oh, my God. Oh, how awful.
Nicole, Jinx hadn't told him. I hadn't either.
Which leaves me?
Does it?
Yes. It's my fault.
My God. My God, Nicole, how could you?
I don't know. I just blurted it out like an idiot.
All right, don't start crying on me, please.
I'm sorry, it wasn't premeditated. I swear it
I know
wasn't.
that.
I mean, I'm not perfect. I can give under pressure, and there's been so much of it lately.
All right, stop it. It's done now. Nothing can take it back. And look, I know it wasn't intentional. I know that you, of all people, wouldn't go out of your way to hurt Derek or Jinx or anybody else for that.
Oh, I felt so awful. Oh, honey, I felt so guilty ever since it happened.
Well, just let it go, will you? Guilt is a luxury. You said you're sorry. For all the good that does.
What's gonna happen? What's Derek gonna do? He knows she's dying. How's he gonna handle it?
Why didn't you tell him? When in the world did you get a chance to tell him?
No, honey, you don't understand. I didn't tell him. I gotta explain it to you. Oh, God, I can't answer that. Will you please answer the phone?
Yes, hello. Yes, it's the overseas operator. Draper? Yeah. Now, slow down. I can't understand a word you're saying. A baby girl? Beautiful baby girl. Oh, that's wonderful. How's April doing? Oh, that's terrific. Wait a minute. Nicole's here. Let me put her on. It's a new life, Nicole. At least there's a new life in this world. Chief, play that thing for your wedding, it'll really blow it. What the hell took you so long?
What are you doing here?
Well, you did invite me to come and help celebrate your wedding.
Did I say that?
You sure did. It's like you got a head start on me.
Well, you know, I hate to wait on ceremony, especially weddings.
Why don't you open up your gift?
It's very nice every time. You didn't have to do this. Look, this is so pretty. Is it for Jinx and me?
Well, you bet it is.
Well, I'm gonna wait and have her open that later. It'll be a surprise for the two of us. God knows I got enough surprises today.
Hey, Chief, are you okay? I've never seen you smash before.
I'm not smashed, I'm drunk. And if you will excuse me, I'm going to get a little drunker. And you're going to help me here. You're going to share in a toast to the noble institution, to the state of marriage. State of marriage.
Here's to you, Chief.
State of Alabama.
Alabama.
Alabama. State of Alaska.
Alaska?
Alaska.
Hey, what the hell are you doing anyway?
I'm drinking all the states. From matrimony to Montana.
Yeah, well, if you keep this up, by the time you get to California, you're going to be horizontal.
Look, everybody's got a right to get half in the bag once in a while. This is my night, all right?
Sure they do, but you're about 3/4 in the bag. Hey, look, if you wanted to throw a bachelor party, about 100 guys down at the precinct would have liked to have been here.
This is not a party. It's a wake. You know what a wake is, don't you? It's a celebration of death.
And you're celebrating the death of your bachelorhood.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, you know, maybe you've celebrated just about enough, Chief.
Get over yourself, huh?
Hey, I'm sorry. Well, I guess I better be going. I just want to deliver your present.
Where you going?
Oh, I think I'll go see Raven Whitney, see how she's doing.
Bet you anything you want to bet she's doing just fine.
Yeah, she probably is. Second thought, I think I better stay here. I better not leave.
Oh, go on, go on. I don't need a nursemaid. I can take care of myself. I've been alone half my life. I can be alone now. You know why I'm alone? Just can't seem to hold on to anybody. They just all slip right through my hands.
Dear Daddy, would you believe that this is the third time I've tried to write this letter? The third time is the charm, they say. So maybe this is the one I'll be able to finish. I'm sure that when you saw my name on the return address, you thought this is just another one of those unpaid bills. Well, here's the surprise. I'm getting married. And here's the bigger surprise. It isn't an actor. It's a police chief. Yes, your eyes aren't going back on you. I'm about to marry the police chief of Monticello. And in case you're visualizing a man with a thick neck and a black scowl on his face, I'm sending you a picture of Derek. My own darling Derek. Now the hard part. This letter is to invite you to... No, I can't. I just can't. I can't write the right words. Wait a minute. Instead of writing, why don't I just call? Well, why not? What's a little long-distance call between father and daughter? All he can do is hang up. I suppose I should do this collect. But he'll just refuse the call. No answer. Daddy,
Oh, it's you, Dorothy.
Oh, come on, Daddy. You know I like to be called Jinx.
Well, Jinx, Dorothy, whatever. Look, I'm very busy now.
Well,
Dorothy, I can only guess that this irritating hesitancy in your voice means that you need money.
No, that's not why I'm calling. I'm calling to invite you to a wedding.
Now, why the hell would I want to go to a wedding?
Well, I was sure you liked weddings. You've had several of your own. Now I'm asking you to my own.
Well, frankly, I'm delighted. Now someone else can worry about you charging everything to his accounts.
Oh, Daddy, I'm sorry about the coat.
Don't think another thing about it. I didn't.
Oh, look, I was in a peculiar mood at the time. I'd been sick.
I can see you've taken a page from your mother's book. It was her favorite excuse for all of her rotten behavior. She was sick. Well, it won't work, Dorothy, Jinx. It's an all too familiar refrain. In any case, I hope that you're fully recovered by now.
Yes, Daddy, I've never felt better in my life, and I've never been happier. Well, that's the only reason I called. I don't want you to have to worry about me anymore.
You really blew it, Diedrichsen. Look at you. With a wonderful girl, every chance in the world to make it a great relationship. And you dump it out the window because you're so busy playing games. It's your own fault, dummy. And now I'm losing the studio.
Jim, Diedrichsen, we come bearing news that...
I'll knock you off your feet.
Just wait till you hear this one.
All your worries
are over.
Oh, hi, Sid. Looks like you got some crazies in tow.
Oh, it just seems that way, Jim. They're all fired up about an idea, and I think it's going to take a little time to get them back down to earth.
Yeah, well, let me try. All right, who's first?
Me first.
We have an angel!
What? Christmas is over, Mitzi.
Oh, no, it isn't. What she means is that we have a financial angel.
Guess who is going to help produce our new play?
Ta-da!
What? What are they saying?
Oh, now, don't get me wrong. I can't afford to finance any whole big deal, you know what I mean? I just want to be, investor, that's all.
You're heaven sent.
Oh, cut that stuff out. Look, I want to be a part of this, and as it happens, I just got $10,000 in insurance money, and, well, it's not doing anybody much good, so I thought I'd like to have some fun with it.
You're an angel.
With or without the money?
And you know what we're going to do? We're going to incorporate the Maskers, and we're going to make you a major shareholder.
Simple procedure. I have papers on in my office.
Oh, no, wait a minute. That sounds a little rich for my blood. I'd have to hire a limo, wear fancy dresses to stockholders' meetings. I don't think I like that idea. Let's keep it simple, huh? I lend you, you owe me.
This is the most wonderful thing that could ever have happened. You guys, we have an acting company. We have a play. We have $10,000. Nothing can stop us.
Except the theater. The only suitable theater in this town is the Whitney. From what you tell me about Raven Whitney, she might not make it available to us. And we don't know how much she's going to charge us for rent.
Yeah, that one's a tough cookie.
That will not be a stumbling block, let me assure you. Ladies and gentlemen, I have dealt with Raven Whitney, and we have an understanding. Although right now she hates my guts.
Oh, that's a big help.
But that is of no worry. Trust my powers of persuasion. Our play is the thing that Raven's Theater should be sponsoring. I'll see to it.
Miss Avery.
Oh, Mr. Tyler.
Is the chief expecting you?
No, not exactly. I was just stopping by. Why, is anything wrong?
No, nothing's wrong.
You sure? Oh, good Lord, what is it? Is he sick?
No, he's just drunk.
He's what?
I wouldn't worry about it if I were you. Well, I've never seen him like this before. I think he's just celebrated too much.
Obviously.
And I think the best thing is to let him sleep it out.
Oh, yes, I'll do that and I'll stay with him.
Okay. I really don't think I can help anymore, so I'll be taking off.
Well, thank you, and I'm very glad Derek has a friend like you.
Sure. Look, like I said, this is very uncommon for the chief. He's normally the soberest person I know. And the nicest.
Yes, I think so, too.
Yeah. By the way, I wanted to congratulate you on your forthcoming marriage. I think you'll be very happy.
Well, thank you, and thanks again. Good night.
Good night.
Why did you do it? Why now? Miles, it's Jinx.
Jinx, is everything okay?
Well, no, not really.
What's the matter?
Well, I just arrived at Derek's apartment, and he's laid out on the couch. He's drunk.
He's drunk?
Yes, he's out like a light, and he's very pale, and I don't think he's breathing right. Look, I don't know what to do.
I'll be right over. Yes, I do. Apparently, Derek has been celebrating with a little bit too much enthusiasm. Jinx is worried about him. It's not like him to overindulge, so I'll see what I can do.
Oh, honey, I feel so terrible. He's drinking because of what he knows is all my fault.
Nicole, please.
It wasn't premeditated. I didn't plan it. Don't you understand?
All right, you are to blame. You have said it. You have apologized. Now that's enough.
Oh, you hate me. I don't blame you. I broke my promise. I don't blame you. You hate me.
I don't hate you. Come on. I love you. But I've got to say, I've never been so disappointed in anyone in my life.
Good evening, Dr. Kavanaugh. Hello, Mrs. Kavanaugh.
What are you doing here?
Well, don't you remember I promised I'd drop off this report after I finished typing it?
Oh, that's right. You did say that, didn't you?
Yeah.
You've also said a number of other things, haven't you?
Pardon?
This time to the people that would hurt the most. You paid a little visit to Derek Mallory, didn't you?
No, what?
Stop it, Nora.
Really, I don't know what...
I said stop it! You're lying and you know it.
I don't have to stay here and take this, Mrs. Kavanaugh.
Oh, yes, you do. You're going to stay here and you're going to listen to me. You are a liar and a troublemaker with your gossiping and your filthy little whispering campaigns. There is nothing uglier that walks on the face of this earth than people like you, Nora Fulton.
How dare you talk to me like that?
I haven't finished. From the very beginning, that diseased mind of yours has spread its hate and its distrust. You are a walking plague. Nora! I don't know why you've done this cruel thing, but you've had your last chance to hurt me and my family.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Why would I want to hurt you?
I don't know. I don't have any idea what your twisted motives might be. And I don't care, but I'm telling you now, you get out of here and you stay out. And don't you ask for my reference unless you get a job in hell.
I don't know why you're so hysterical and blaming me. It's not my fault your marriage is on the rocks.
Can you get out of here? Just get out!
Good evening, Detective.
Evening.
Come in, please.
Thank you.
What can I do for you?
Well, actually, I was wondering if I could have a word with Mrs. Whitney.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Whitney went to bed early. She has had a very tiring few days, as you can imagine.
Oh, I'm sure that's true. I know it's been very difficult for her.
Yes, very.
Spencer, now that I'm here, I wonder if I could have a few words with you.
All right. Come in, please.
Thanks. Nice to get in out of the cold. Actually, what I wanted to ask you about is the funeral. I really didn't get to make it there.
Well, as you should know, Detective Stoner came by and escorted Mrs. Saxon and Mrs. Whitney to the services. I'm sure they were very grateful for all his help.
Yeah, I'm sure they were. So you don't happen to know if Mrs. Whitney has any immediate plans for the future, do you?
I would think it would be a bit early for her to have any plans, Detective.
But as far as you know, she's not going to leave the city or anything like that.
No, I doubt it.
Well, I just thought with all the notoriety surrounding her husband's death that she might want to leave town or something.
Well, she asked me to hire a maid and a cook, so I would think she intends to stay.
Great. Well, you know, it's good to have you back, Spencer.
Thank you.
Well, I have some other business I have to take care of. Thanks a lot. You might tell Mrs. Whitney for me that I'm going to try to give her a call tomorrow.
All right, I'll give you the message.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
You've been after her for a long time, Damien. It's clear sailing now.
Dunny.
Well, do you think he'll be all right? I mean, he is breathing, isn't he?
Is he ever?
What shall we do?
Not much we can do except let him sleep it off. Listen, I'll put him to bed, then I'll drive you home. Jinx, come on, stop worrying. He'll be okay.
Well, look, I made some strong coffee. Do you think that'll help?
Well, it might help us. Yeah, I could go for a cup. You probably could, too.
Yes, at least we'll feel better.
All right, old man. Let's try to move it.
Oh, Miles. What are you doing here?
Jinx called me.
Is Jinx here?
It's in the kitchen.
Miles, I love her so much. Don't let her die, honey. Don't let her die.
What the hell do you think you're doing here?
Good evening, Spencer.
Look, Nora, go away. Go anywhere. I don't want you near this house.
Least you can do is let me in for a minute. It's freezing outside.
Nora, Mrs. Whitney and Mrs. Saxon are upstairs asleep. I don't want them disturbed.
I'm not here to disturb them. I'm here because I've been fired.
That doesn't surprise me.
I mean it. I need a job.
Well, why don't you go look for one?
I want to work here with you.
What?
I want you to recommend me for a job here in this house.
You want me to recommend you? You're dreaming.
Oh, you'll recommend me. And highly. Because if you don't, I may have to tell Mrs. Whitney that you're the man that murdered her husband.
Seems as though a harmony is hard to find. Always on my mind. And frustrated days pass without sight. The edge of night, half dark, half light. Do you think we might wake up someday and be aware of all the games?
USA Network.